Hello everyone, welcome back to another day trading recap. Today is Thursday and I gotta say it was kind of an interesting market open. The pre-market was bad. It was one of the worst again. This whole week, last week were pretty bad, so I'm getting kind of used to it. But the market open was kind of interesting. The SPY first just sold off. Everything started selling off like usual. Coinbase was down 10% again. Nothing new, basically the normal. Now, all of a sudden, there was a reversal. It was like around 940 and you could just feel it. A lot of these large caps started breaking VWAP and all of a sudden really started trending higher. They still are, but I stopped trading because we basically haven't really got any continuation, right? You'd get like a little front side pop, maybe one pullback, and then a little, maybe a second pop, but then it was over and you flush down and then the downtrend would continue. So it's been really tough being a front side momentum trader, which I am. So basically stopping early is really the ticket, or getting in really fast and then, not continuing to trade it, or at least size down very aggressively, very quickly. So that's why I'm not trading anymore, but dang, I left quite a little bit of profits on the table. I started off red too, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. So let's go to the trading screen here and look, here's Snow, for example. So we'll talk about this ticker in a sec, but first let's just do a quick little overview. I'm only up $117 today. It feels like a total scratch day for me personally. I had one trade where I lost like $350 on CGEM. I was making little base hits and then just whack, I got flushed on. And that's pretty much the summary of the week, where it's just like, you have these tickers where it's like, oh, like we're trying to get on the front side, and then before you know it, it's over dead, and all they do is start trending to the downside. So that's why, like the second on Snow, the second I got like one pop on this one, I was like, that's it, I'm not gonna keep chasing it, which would have actually worked this time, but you never really know. And right now it's actually really interesting because I try to move up. Actually, let's hide the watch list very quickly here. Actually, you could kind of see everything else on this list, but we're seeing a lot of tickers, like a lot of large caps right now, really moving it. So let's just quickly look at some of these, and actually before we do, look at the SPY for a second here. So the SPY has been on such an aggressive sell-off, 10% in the last 9 trading days, 16% here in the last 32 trading days, and it's just been a really aggressive downwards trend. I mean, look at like Coin, for example. Coin is down in the last 8 trading days now, 69%. In the last, I made a video in the last 6 trading days, but of the time I made the video, it was down 62%. So it was like over 10% per day. Crazy. Yeah, okay, let's get back on track here. So the SPY and a lot of these other large caps are putting in what seems like a temporary bottom. So it looks like that dead cat bounce, if it is going to be one or not, we don't know yet, is happening right now. That's what it feels like. I could be wrong, who knows, maybe by the time I upload this video, everything's again and going to the downside. But I swear, for the first time in the last week, I felt like there was like buyers. It was weird. So it was a nice feeling, and you could see it across the board, like RIDE, Ride, Lordstown Motors. Okay, this one was a little past 940, but look at this just quick move here, quite aggressively. Sono, for example, pre-market bottom bounce, pull back, now it's pumping again here. Bumble, look at this, 940 comes along, and it just, it maintains, and now it's just ripping. Beautiful front side. I was not expecting that. I mean, 22% on a ticker like BMBL. So really, really nice momentum. I should have probably been trading BMBL, but I noticed Snow because I've been looking at Snow for a while now, and really, really good momentum on that one. So I started trading Snow, and I can't trade too many tickers at once. I start, dropping the ball very quickly. APP, really nice ticker as well. Look at this one. Just solid trend to the upside. Volume is, maybe a little bit light and debatable, but, solid front side trend here. Doesn't even break the 9 EMA. So there is opportunity today for sure. So it kind of feels like I left. I didn't do that good trading today, but, I'm also extremely I want to see like 1 or 2 more days of this before I start, getting really aggressive, because this would have been very aggressive trading here, trading this ticker, especially in this area. Normally it wouldn't be, but in this market it would have been, and I'm not too fond of that at the moment. We got BYND. Sorry, I'm just gonna go through a few of these tickers to show you guys that there's definitely a bit of a reversal happening. This ticker just sold off so aggressively, and then today it popped up, and then it even got halted, ran up another 22%. So really, really nice moves we're seeing across the board. Now the steam is, slowing down a little bit, which makes sense because the SPY it's running into some big resistance again. If we just go to the, let's go to the 5-minute here. You can see the 180 SMA trend line just really coming in heavy right now. So it's acting as some resistance, but we'll see. I mean, we've had bounces in the past, but we're on such a big low right now that it almost felt like the sellers were just stopping at 1.2. Okay, so let's talk about these tickers. We'll start with CGEN. So I'm kind of excited right now because it's like I'm feeling a little bit of momentum again. It's been what, 3 weeks now since the last week of April was very slow, and the first 2 weeks of May have been ridiculously slow. In terms of small cap, front side trading. So I feel like this is the first time I'm getting some energy again. So it's nice. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow there's not going to be any left. But yeah, I'm going to celebrate it while I can. Look, CGEN had a big bottom bounce as well in the daily, so not too bad there. Biotech, 45 million shares outstanding. $500 million in market cap. A little bit bigger than I'd usually be looking for on a company, but it has a catalyst. It's it's pumping, so I'm going to trade it. Also, it was up around 35% at best, so it's not really that exciting. I traded it into this breakout. This was my best trade, but I didn't get my size on this one. I was chasing the price and I just didn't get my fill. I did another trade here near the highs. Both of these were small wins. Small wins percentage-wise, and also small wins size-wise. I didn't get my full size on it. So then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, this one's pulling back a little bit. I jump into this ticker 9.8. So really right in this area, looking to size in, looking for that, continuation. I don't know why I keep doing this because there is no continuation in this market lately, except like a few tickers that I just pointed out, which is somehow I'm not on those. And then I get flushed on, and I basically cut my whole losses right here at like 60 something, 962. So I take a pretty sizable loss. It was like a $300 loss. In a normal environment, it would have been like, okay, like I take $300 losses like that. I take $2,000 losses like that. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of like in this market, it's like, I'm sizing down, so $300 loss is a little bit more significant than it usually is. So that puts me negative on CGEM really fast. And then I'm like, pre-market was really slow, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity. And CGEM, this happened around 9 o'clock almost. So I was like, I just kind of sat around for 2 hours just to lose money. I should have been a no trading day, but oh well. Then the market opens and nothing really looks that interesting at first because everything starts selling off. I look at Snow. And I'm like, okay, well, yesterday, this is a ticker I follow. I'm looking for a potential swing trade entry on this one. So sometimes I'll be looking at it. Yesterday, we had a similar move where we popped up higher and then we sold off and we had a great reversal. So I was thinking, we already seeing the same effects, pop up, sell off, and then a reversal, right? So I was looking at this one and I was like, maybe I'm going to go for the reversal. So I went for a backslide trade and I actually made a little bit of profits on this one, but I entered too soon. My entry was good, but I entered too soon. Then it sold off here and I was like, okay, it's probably dead. Market's selling off too. So I stopped looking at it. Eventually, it crawls back over VWAP. Look at this nice big VWAP breakout. This is classic front side. We have a 5-minute breakout and I'm buying this 1-minute pullback. Now, I sized in okay. It was over $10,000, but I should have done like a $20,000, $30,000 size. This was my best trade of the day. Popped up here, had a big win on this one. And this one put me pretty much green on the day. I bought this little pullback, had a small win here. That was not bad. And then it pulled back here. I bought the V. I didn't buy this one early. So basically, I thought the market was going to keep selling off. We're going to break VWAP and whatever. It doesn't matter because I'm not here to try to predict what's going on. That's not the job of traders. The job of traders is just to follow the price action. That's really what's going to make you very successful. Nothing's guaranteed, and good luck. But ultimately, what works for me is when I realized stop trying to predict anything and just be narrow in on front side trading. That's why I don't like backside trading because I'm looking for those reversals and so on and so forth. But with front side, you just basically follow the trend, right? So that's what I was doing here. Once we had a breakout here, another breakout. So we had that 1-minute breakout. Look where I bought at 131.36. So I bought pretty high into this candle, like right around here. I got my fill and then it popped up higher. I took profits way too fast because, again, we're in a very bearish market where we're not getting a lot of continuation and follow through. So it makes sense why I'm taking profits so quickly. If this was a very hot market where we're just getting big moves, I would obviously hold longer. Something I'm not that great at, but something I'm really working on. But right now, it's not the time to, let me try holding longer because, it's bad out there. So I took profits very quickly. I was trying to get filled here again. I had a little bit too low of a limit order. I was closer to the 9 EMA, so I missed this breakout. And then I was like, that was going to be my last one. I didn't want to keep chasing at this point. I just don't feel so comfortable. Who knows? The market could reverse literally at any second. So I'm not so crazy about chasing at this point. But, this was a good one. I wish I maybe sized in a little bit more and, held a little bit longer. What I could have done here is add into my winner. That's usually a pretty good way to go about things, especially with large caps because they're a little bit slower movers. So basically, I would have been, green into this breakout, so just constantly buying and sizing into this one and basically moving up my stop on that. Could have been a better way to go about snow, but, that's not the kind of trader I like to take my profits and then usually re-enter. Works much better for quick moving small caps. Snow is definitely the opposite of what I'm usually trading. So my strategy doesn't apply so well to snow, but ultimately the key metrics do, right? Big 5-minute breakout over VWAP, 1 minute pullback. This was perfect. Following the price action, is it breaking higher? Buy into new 1 minute highs and stuff like that. Ideally 5-minute highs, but this was a very clear breakout here with actually pretty decent volume, so that's why I went for it. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited right now because I'm just happy that we got some action. I really missed some of the best moves today, like Rivian and APP here with this beautiful front side. GME's even popping up. Look at this ticker just, flying right now. Absolutely crazy. So it's good to see this kind of momentum. Who knows how long it's going to last for. I'm still very, I try to be neutral in my mind, but I'm still quite bearish overall. So until the market starts really reversing, I'm going to be happy, or I'm going to start getting a little bit more aggressive. Until then, this could just be a fluke. Who knows? Maybe like the price is literally just gonna sink the rest of the day, and we're gonna end the day red. I honestly wouldn't be surprised, especially after seeing a few of these tickers go down like 90%, like quality stocks. So anything could happen. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Consider subscribing if you're new, and like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.